Yeah, your track diagram updated.
Thank you.
You're set for looping again.
Jolly good.
Can I come out level 0 whenever ready?
Which one?
It's not on your list. I've just put it on.
So what line have you put it on?
Well, I'm basically sitting in front of the Western.
All right.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Good to go. Right. Can you release the track maintenance train into platform 3 of Kimberley, please, John? And give me a number for it.
9892.
I'm rolling.
There's a tractor down there.
Oh, is that the camera train you're running?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
What DCC system? It's lens. All the points and signals are done with a proprietary system, but the train control is done with lens.
So you wanted to head up the hill, Pete?
Yes, please.
You can follow the camera train?
I can.
Yeah, because I'm going around level 0, so I'm at the back of the queue now.
I'm rolling. Okay, Kimberley.
The signals are only there to indicate routes.
Now, if you set a complete loop of greens, the whole system goes nuts.
Yep.
Well, it also, we don't, because there's no route occupation, it doesn't go red because there's a train there. Wagons around level 8 loop by the looks of it, with another tractor. And then we've got China Clays and a couple of UK trains and wagons sitting behind 4F or something. Back into Cameron Station.
Past Cameron's camshafts.
Can you bring me down through platform 3 to let Dad go past me?
No, the one behind you is...
Or John, if I
John.
let you pass me, sorry.
I can put you in platform 3, Pete, is the track maintenance. The MPV behind you, and then I'm at the back of the queue.
Where am I then?
What are you driving, Dad?
Track maintenance train.
MPV.
Oh, sorry, it is me that's directly behind you.
Just let me into platform 3, and then I'll wait for you guys to go past because I'm only running slow.
Yeah, fair enough. I thought I'm not running particularly fast.
Okay, I'm clear. Hey, Baked Bean Kids. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Hang around here now. 2 trains go past, then we'll get green. Hey, Silverbird. You're looking at getting the MPV next day, Silverbird. It's a beautiful model, actually.
Yeah,
It's a lovely runner, lovely detail on it. There you go, Miss Fan. The MPV will be coming round on the track to the right of me in a minute.
Just coming through Kimberley too.
There it is there, look.
Yeah, the cleaning's on its way down.
Okay.
Just up there.
Yeah, apologies for the late start to the stream. I've been using my machine, you know, all weekend, on and off, various things, no problem at all. Plugged in the USB cameras this afternoon to get the stream going, and nothing worked. So I thought, oh, I'll just give the quick machine a quick reboot. At which point, it installed the Windows 10 Creators Update, which took about an hour.
Annoyingly.
Maritime, how long did it take to get the setup like this? This railway's been in production now for 25, 30 years. Just as a project that my dad's been doing for a long time as a hobby thing. There goes Mr. Clayton. Has the MPV come back up yet?
Yeah, it's just coming in.
Oh yeah, there it is. In which case, as soon as the Clayton comes up, I shall head down. Oh, I've got a green light. Hi, Simon. Here comes the Clayton now.
Set. Hold that camera train.
Right.
Level
Dave.
0 clear.
Hi, Dave. Thank you for the cheer. Around the level 0 loops. Can you put me back up through Kimberley and straight back out again? 3. Just for the alternate path.
Yeah, I'm sure I can do that.
Dad, remember you need to stop at the tunnel, but if I'm not past yet.
I'll stop at Cameron and pick up a cup of tea.
Cleared for platform 3. Straight over this junction, left at the double slip. Wrong line running for a brief moment.
I'm rolling.
Am I green all the way through, John?
Yeah.
That's back onto the correct line.
Clear of the
All done.
points.
Maritime, are there any other gauge sets? My son's got some N gauge. Dad's got some N gauge, and we've got some G gauge. I think somewhere Dad's still got some O gauge somewhere. Not a lot, but a little bit. Wow, Hamlet's having a bit of a struggle in it, trying to get this camera for you. Below to Gaming, this is in my dad's back garden. I think it's caught up again finally. Yeah, remember it's a wireless camera. It's running over Wi-Fi, so as it goes into underground sections, the Wi-Fi signal tends to weaken a bit, and so the quality of the streaming that it sends back to the computer is less good. It generally does a pretty sturdy job there.
Where are you at the moment? You're just coming out of the underground, aren't you?
I'm actually in Kimberley. Platform 1, heading north.
Okay, I'm going to cross 222 round to the loop where the Clayton started.
Fine.
So if you can tell me when to stop.
Who are you asking?
You.
Where are you going to stop?
While you're on the outer loop in front of you.
Oh, by the three-way point.
Yeah.
Yep, no problem.
Matt, can you check that 222's headed in the right direction?
Which one is 222? That's it, yeah, okay,
No,
yeah, you're off, yep.
The Irish stinky.
Stop! 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 And the very first thing he did was pull off the front coach.
Well, that was real helpful.
Nice.
Okay, try now. It seems like it's more on the track now than it was, at least.
It sounds as though it's on the track.
So it will come all the way around B in level 0 and then appear in front of you on the outer loop. If you tell me when to stop.
Yep. You are visible.
Coming into
You
platform
are
2
on the
Kimberley
outer
this
loop.
time.
Okay, slow. Keep going, keep going. Stop. Stop. Back it up a bit. And lovely.
Is level 0 closed?
No, it is set for through running.
Yep. Yep, you're perfectly parked.
What I've done, I've cleared the inside track of level 0 map.
Okay.
So next time round, you'll be able to go round it.
Oh, nice one. In that case, I'm heading down to level 0 now.
Well, if you stop at the tunnel, I can switch you through it now.
Yep. I will not enter the tunnel till you say go.
You'll get the foot tether when it's good to go.
Good point.
Oh, it's changing all over the place.
Green and a feather.
That'll do.
Do all trains have this setup? No, this is a specially built train that I've modified. It's got a Raspberry Pi on it, so it's technically a PC driving around the train, driving around the network.
Right, so you're going to come around the inner loop. So farthest from the window, but you'll go right down past the dog at the far end.
This time we take the hidden storage sidings.
Right, while Matt's in level 0, you can run past Peter, set the main line again.
Fine.
There's not a lot down here at the moment.
No, it's a bit empty down there.
We took quite a lot off, which gives us a lot more room to manoeuvre.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did I vandalise to make it? A Western Region 121. On the left is the train that's got the Duke of Gloucester on the front. Mark 1 coaches. Who's running all the other trains? You've got the so Dad's running one train. You've got John, who you can hear, who's the sort of the bodiless voice, who's actually in Bristol, who's remotely connected. He's operating the points, the signals. He's got one train he's driving as well. And then I'm driving the camera train. All the other trains are stationary.
So, are you out yet, Pete?
No, I'm just coming over the three-way point.
Okay, so you can do another lap, Matt.
Yeah, I'll do one more lap of level 0.
Right, I'm out of level 0, climbing the hill.
I wanted it self-propelled, Ed. Not only that, it would need to have been on a fairly long wagon anyway, because the pie and the power brick themselves almost add up to the length of it. All trains needed someone to run them. Depends how you set your layout up. You can set up with full automation. This isn't, so this requires someone to operate every train. But there's nothing to say one person can't operate 3 trains, because obviously, as long as you're keeping space between all the trains, then you can sort of set one running and then drive one behind it. Oh, there quite probably is, Ed, but like I said, I wanted it self-running.
The other problem is if you're trying to push it, there is the danger it's going to derail.
Yeah. Yeah, pushing is always an unsuccessful plan.
Yep.
Right, so you're set to come back across the crossover map this time, and you'll come up the hill.
A lot of flat wagons also don't have access. You don't have access to the bogie from above the wagon, so the camera is actually mounted on the bogie, the motor, but essentially what is the motor bogie, so that it turns with the turns as the bogie. Otherwise, what was happening is it was looking dead straight all the time, and so you never saw any of the curves. It just seemed to whip it to the right and whip it to the left as it was going round. Whereas I've remounted it on the bogie, and that turns quite nicely. Maritime, you have to have someone playing from Bristol is insane. I guess you can also join in from home. Yes, I have done on a number of occasions. We've had other people joining. I think the most we've had is 3 or 4 people connected remotely, but it does start to get a bit sort of laggy on the bandwidth then. Yeah, I know it needs a torch on the front, Ed. I know. It's on the to-do list.
And I have driven it from New York, from Long Island Marriott.
Yeah, I logged in from Knoxville, Tennessee as well.
That was surreal playing with trains at 5 AM UK time, but it was sort of midnight in the Marriott.
Irish on the left, tractor on the right. But no, I wrote all the software for this, so it's fully networked, so you can have as many people as you like connected remotely, whether they're multiple people. I mean, I'm using my cell phone to drive it. I've just interfaced it with some standard software, but you can use tablets, all sorts of things to drive it. Are all the switches operational? Yeah. All the switches are operational. All the signals are operational. So that's the camera train in the top right camera.
Right, I'm just coming down to level 4, John. Can you route me through? Oh, you can't route me through platform 4. You're 3. You're already in there.
I'm going to vacate that shortly.
Fine, I will stop just before the point.
Here you go, I updated the last modified on your route, so it's back on the front page of the site. Yeah, I certainly can, Toby. I don't know if you can see the... No, the camera's pointing the wrong way. See, the software's running... Oh, no, that's not the software. That's a web page. That's the software there. So that's the software running on there, and that's exactly what John's got on his screen.
Right, I've stopped at the double slip, John.
But yeah, I can do that, Toby. That's not a bad idea.
Right, I'm heading, Matt, for where that 222 came out of the...
Oh, right. I'll spot you in.
Tell me when I clear the points, Pete, and then I'll let you through into the side it came from.
The 4-vet doesn't upload to Workshop at all.
You're
anymore.
clear.
Remind me on Discord, Ed, and I'll jump on. Oh no, I don't have access to that system anymore. You'll have to email, get Steve, drop Steve a note.
Okay, you're clear back to the side it came from.
Right, I'm in platform 3 now.
What it means is something's been missed out of one of the databases. Camera train on the top right.
I'm somewhere down in the bottom map, but I don't know where now.
I'll let you know when I see you.
No, I'm just going down the slope by the look of it.
No, they haven't removed my Workshop access. It's not a case of removing access. What they've done is they've moved to a new system, and I just don't have access to the new system. I'm sure if I asked nicely, I'd get it, but I don't need it. So.
Right, I'm parked back where I came from, John.
Okay, that's good. I'm just going to park this plane at the front when Matt tells me to stop.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, the camera train is just a body with a bunch of electronics and a battery on it. I've not attempted to even remotely put the body back on it. I might be able to get the body back on it, but it wasn't really that important. It just makes it harder to get the battery in and out for replacing it as well. My UK train sim wagons, awesome. What kind of camera is it? So it's a Raspberry Pi PiCam, I guess. It's the 2.1 version of the camera, so it's capable of 8 megapixel.
That's my train showed up, yeah.
It's literally just turned up. Get ready and now keep going. Now, that's it.
Yeah, they do.
At least I didn't vandalise an MLV. No, John is for John Chaddock, because he's making one as well. He's vandalising a 128. Although I think his plan is to try and get the roof back on.
I've seen a picture of that he sent me on Discord, and it's capable of lighting up half the room. He needs to turn the light down a little.
Yeah, just blare the camera out. Yeah, I need to get a little LED on this, because it only needs a tiny little LED. Hello. What I'll do is I'll stop the camera train next to on platform 2 so that you can see it on the camera. I'll just run it by slowly.
Philip is here.
There he comes.
Yeah.
So on the front is a circuit board that I've just cut to shape to actually mount the camera on. It's then glued, but it didn't glue very well onto the bogie, so I've actually It's got all sorts of blue tack and all sorts of God knows what to try and keep it on there. And then behind the camera, you can see under the masking tape, there's a, you can't really see it because it fits neatly into the chassis, it's the Raspberry Pi Zero W. And then you've got the USB battery sitting there, which is just I think a 2000 milliamp hour battery, nothing too fancy. Powers the thing for about 6 or 7 hours. Could you sort of split it between two vehicles, say the battery in one vehicle like a Gov and the camera Pi in a lead vehicle? You probably could, but the minute you try and put wires between vehicles, you're on a recipe for disaster.
Right.
It's bad enough when you've got power cables and they're tiny little thin things.
What's in platform 5, John?
What's in platform 5? That's a good question.
156344.
1554 according to this.
Did you have it on charge before we started the stream? No, but it was on charge at some point before the stream, yeah. So
4.
I just checked the battery before I plugged it in and it was fully charged. So it'll go on for all of what I need it for. How often in spare time do we operate and maintain? So Dad runs the layout, I think, a couple of times a week. And then when I'm here over a weekend, we normally have at least one operating session with it. And then Dad has 4 or 5, I think, weekends where a bunch of people come along.
Yeah, the last one was August Bank Holiday when we had 17 people here.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Well, I don't need more weight, Ed, because this thing runs beautifully as it is. Splitting it between wagons, I'm not sure it would offer any real benefit.
Where is the camera train at the moment?
Coming out level 0.
Okay, Pete, you're good to go onto the main line.
Thank you. What I thought we might do with this one is take it down to level 0 and park it up behind the Western. What line was that on? Line 2? One away from the window?
Yeah. In fact, all 4 of those back lines, back positions on all 4 lines are free.
Fine.
Those walls are just printed wall material.
Climb down underneath the underground Ernie's position.
The arches on the right are a sort of a foam thing that we bought, but on the left, like you can see there, most of the walls it's just a flat wall with a just a paper painted on the top. Oh, 155 is out.
Right, I'm in underground Ernie's position.
Okay, well, it's headed to go in behind the Western.
You've got a selection of scenery. It's a lot of it's like Metcalf kits. You've got some Scaledale, Batman scene craft.
Away from the window rather than next to the window.
Yeah, one away from the window.
I think these are Metcalf tunnel portals. But it doesn't come off, Ed, and it doesn't need more adhesion. That's what I'm saying. It's fine as it is.
Oh, here I come, here I come, here I come.
Do the signals work? Yes, they do, Gouger. The signals don't work like a normal signalling system, though. They work. What they are is they're based on routes. Because there's no.
Into level 0.
The layout doesn't have occupation sensing. Well, so what the signals end up doing is telling you that a route is set, and so it's all done via entry-exit signalling. So you click the entry signal, click the exit signal. It then sets all the junctions, locks them, sets the route, and then adjusts all of the signals on the layout based on the new route that you've just set.
Sorry, didn't get that, Pete.
Did you want me to bring another one down and put in next to the window or whatever?
What have we got? Yeah, we could. Yeah, let's send 3174 down.
3174.
Visual train map. I've lost track of it.
Level 8 loop.
Right, so you can bring 3174 as far as the tunnel deep.
Right. Whereabouts is it?
It's in Victoria 4. Sorry, the goods line.
Right. Can you tell me whether I'm going the right way or
No. Forward.
That better?
Yeah.
Maritime. I think what you're probably looking at there was that we've got some Mark III intercity coaches sitting behind an Irish train. That's the only thing I can think of that you'd have been referring to. I don't know if you've even got an HST on the layout. We've got 3 or 4 HSTs, but they're not on the layout.
Not on the layout at the moment.
And likewise, we've got a GNER 225, but again, it's not on the layout.
Okay, Pete, I've got you visual. I'll tell you when to stop to let the camera train through.
Okay.
The 158 got done at the last operating weekend. Toby train spotting, as did the 155. Actually, I did them both together. So yeah, they're not new additions to the set, but they're new additions to the layout.
Okay, stop there, Pete.
Stop.
Camera train's just heading across.
Put me in level 3 and Kimberley 3, John. I'll slow down so you got time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I can see the camera.
Right, we're in Kimberley 3. There is no overrun set.
That's fine. What's the speed limit on the track? It depends whether Cameron's playing or not. If Cameron's playing, then there's no speed limit. Mostly because there's a futility in giving someone a speed limit they're just going to ignore. Most of the trains actually have got their max speed set in the DCC chip, so you can run them up to 100% and still they'll only run at a sensible speed. Right, I'm in platform 3.
Okay, you're good to go, Pete. Where do you want to put this one?
Where would you like to put it? Line 1 nearest the window, or line 3?
Yeah, line 1 nearest the window.
Okay.
When it comes into level 0,
yep,
across the crossover, can you remove the 2 Royal Mail coaches from the back of it?
What are they doing?
Well, they were loose at the end of the goods line, and when you went the
bloody
wrong
hell.
way, because it was set the wrong way,
Yeah, no problem.
you collected 2 Royal Mail coaches.
No. Dumbo. Oh.
Obviously, after I'd reversed it, it got twisted 180 degrees during the shunting manoeuvre.
Yeah.
Dwayne Dipley, how many meters of track? I hate to think. I mean, the layout is, what is it, 20 by 9? What's the layout, Dad? Is it about 20 by 9?
Yes, about that.
So it's about 20 by 9 and it's on 3 levels. So there's 3 layers with track on. Plus you've got the big Victoria terminus.
Right, she's coming round.
Right, you're clear all the way.
Thank you.
C2 Dan, this is already in Train Sim. It's on Steam Workshop. If you look up One House Model Railway, I don't know if someone can post a link.
It's also in our Down the Minecraft server.
Yep. Yeah, Sergeant, this is the layout that's on Steam Workshop, yeah. Phil Tears did the model on Workshop.
Right, we're in that line.
Oh, we got green.
Let's see if I can climb out again.
Oh, the MPV got popped.
Oh. Right. Now, where did the Royal Mail coaches come from, or should I not bother with them now?
Well, they were at the back of the goods line. They just kind of got left there as an empty pair.
Have I seen the new Tier 4 loco? I think so, yes, or Daniel, yeah.
Back in the goods line against the buffer.
Okay, I will mark the chart accordingly.
Yeah, so these coaches on the left here are a mix of Mark 2s, Mark 1s and Mark 3s, I think, or Mark 2As and Mark 2Es. And they're behind an Irish train.
Okay, Pete, do you want to take 1508 out of Cameron Bay and take it for a spin?
Yeah, why not? 1, 5, 0, 8. Clear to go?
Yeah, you're good to go.
I'm rolling. Where's the camera train?
Coming out of level 0.
Right.
You will not believe the number of post-its I get through when I'm doing this. Because once I take something out of the tractor for this running around, I write it on a post-it so I don't forget about it.
Oh, right, fair enough.
I probably should get myself one of those little whiteboards.
Yes, they're quite useful then.
Well, I've got one behind me, but it's got the Costco shopping list on it. It's auto suggestion because I can see it when I'm sat there watching the TV. I get this like subliminal message that I need to buy mandarins and other stuff.
Yep, absolutely.
So that signal box on the left is a scale down.
What yeah. Oh,
My 158 front bogey is off.
158.
yeah, dispatcher error.
Oh, well, that put it back on again.
No, put it back on. Good to go. It was a dispatcher error, was it?
Yeah, we had two conflicted. Well, we had a route into Kimberley 2 and a route out of Kimberley 3.
Alright, where's the camera?
Camera's coming up, level 8.
Alright, got it.
Toby, I don't know the answer to that question, I'm afraid. But you should probably post, ping that one over to Dovetail. I would say that the Crossrail Elizabeth line stuff would be less likely, given it would require another extensive amount of route building to finish that area off. See how you can jump? Oh, John?
Yeah.
Actually, no, don't worry about it. Yeah, me too, rigorous. Lots of possibilities, lots of railways. All right, see you later, Maritime.
Do 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 do. Speak up.
John, can I'm just going past Cameron. Can you reverse me back into the bay?
Yeah, just say when you're clear of the point.
I should be clear of the point.
Yeah, we're good.
MC Bone. Thank you for the donation, MC Bone. We'll be trying the new train game called Machinsky. I saw Squirrel playing it yesterday. Yes, when it comes out, I certainly will. It certainly looks interesting. I like the idea of it having multiplayer as well.
I've cleared all the points, John.
Okay, so you can come on through.
Coming through.
Is there anything else running at the moment?
No, there's only me.
Nope. You're good to go when you want to, Matt.
I'm already off. Clear. You've been making the mistake of scenerying inside of your tunnels. Yeah, unless you're going to run a camera train through them, you'll never see it. I mean, it's worth scenerying just a little bit, an inch or two inside the tunnels, just that there isn't a hard stop. But in TSW, is the 166 at Other Triangle doing any services? I believe so. I think if you look during the day, it's not there. I can't remember what though.
I'm going up to do the hats.
So if you wait about 10 minutes, I can take you up.
All right then.
Greg Weinstein, thank you for the follow.
In fact, given that that's the trigger point, it's probably worth winding up.
Yep.
Right, I'm just coming through Kimberley, John. Can you put me in Cameron Bay, please? Where I
Yeah, that's
start.
1508.
That's where I...
1508.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And given I've got to take Christine up to go and feed the neighbour's cats, I think it's probably... I shall have to leg it and leave you two to wind it up.
Right, we'll take the camera train off.